Yeah, very big welcome to you, my dear Libra. So the sun is now in the Lovers in Gemini, and Gemini is that part in us that wants to love, but before we love someone else, we need to love ourselves, and then we can shine that love out into the world or communicate it into the world. We see here the Andromeda and Perseus story. He wants to free her with the sword while she is attached to the rock, to the earth, to the cycles. He wants to liberate her from the dragon, from the monster, the snake, the kundalini, the sexual energy. We see the yin and the yang symbol here in this couple, these children. And we see that everything has a spiritual meaning in every picture. We see that it's not just a picture, it's a story that is told to keep the spiritual message alive. The 19 that then turns into a 10 when we calculate it together. Remember, the 10 is always the Wheel of Fortune and the 9 is the Hermit. And together they can give you the light from deep within. And so the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter, and the Hermit is knowing that he's in the completion. The 10 is left when we calculate it together. The 10 and the 6 self-love, and together the 16, Mars. Things gotta go when we know that they have to go. Then the sun is giving the light to the moon, which is right now in your sign. And I'm placing the cards to the left. Remember always, we have a new moon, we have a full moon. You have 6 months to the new moon and 6 months to the full moon. To the new moon, we go to the left, intuitive, within. And to the full moon, we go to the right, to the external world. Now you see here, Justice, the number 11, there is a portal here, and the 18, again, the Wheel of Fortune, and the 8, the strength. Have the strength to understand the phases of the moon. What does the moon do to us, right? It's really important. That's why I'm doing the reading on the day the moon is in your sign, so that I can give it to you. Not because you have it in your constellation. If that happens, great, but I do it so I can give you the information through the subconscious. And so this is a date, the 9th November or the 11th of September. And you know which one speaks to you clearly. Then we are going to look at the Empress, because she's Venus, and Venus is ruling you, my dear Libra. She's beauty and love. And we're going to look at Saturn. Saturn is now in Aries, and we see it in the world. People are taking action. A lot of shifts are going to happen. In September, it's going to go back into Pisces for a few months, and then next year in February, I think it's going to be for 3 years in Aries, and we're really going to see a big shift all over the world. So we're going to look at that. What are the borders? What are the lessons that come from Saturn, the elder, the finger? Then we look at the Queen of Swords. She is your court card. Now, I always gave you a date. Now I'm going to even be more specific with the date. And is your birthday between September 12th to September 23rd, then you had the Queen of Swords, but above you have as a soul aspect the Hermit. And this is important because these are the mixed zodiac signs, right? They have as a soul the Hermit, and then here as a court card they have a different energy. So this is September 12th to September 23rd. Then we have between the 24th of September And the 12th of October, the Queen of Swords with the soul aspect of Justice above. So understand that this is the pure Libra. And if you are that, you understand that sometimes you are quite into the justice of life. And then we have another combination, which is here the soul aspect of Justice, and here the King of Cups, which is between the 13th of October to the 23rd of October. That's when you are a mix with here the spiritual aspect of the Libra, but here you are already the King of Cups. And so I'm going to include this into the reading, just that you know, and give you the reading for Libra, because the soul aspect is coming from Libra, but I'm going to make a distinction between the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Then we're going to look at the last reading, because everything is cyclical, and we had Taurus Sun giving Libra Moon the light. And we had Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, because Pluto moved into Aquarius. It's going to stay for 20 years, and that's a long time, and a lot of shifts are happening there as well. Become a human inspiration, just like the new Pope. So there, the inspiration came because he was American, etc., etc. So there was a lot of inspirational aspects there, but of course every human is different, and so we don't know what he's still going to do, but a lot of people had hope that he was like a very simple man, and he is also again aware that his job is to really be there for all people, not just for the rich, right? And so I looked if there's a reoccurring card, and there is one, and we can begin the reading. Good. So the Queen of Swords, love and relationship is important for her. We get the Two of Wands, Mars in Aries. And it's this, like, I feel like Aries, right? Mars in Aries. There is this, like, I'm gonna do something for the world. There's a 21 in the world. There's a 2, which is the High Priestess. There's the 1, the Magician. So the High Priestess is the Moon. The Magician is Mercury. The Moon is going to bring us information the way I use it. And you see this hand, and the hand is literally the left hand, the intuitive hand, is saying, let's fight, let's hold this inspiration in our hands, and let's do something. The 7 and the 2 is a 9, and there's the completion, which is then Virgo, the Hermit, the inner power that knows that when you look at the Hermit, he is a wise man, and he knows what to do and what not to do. He knows when to stop. Mars sometimes pushes us to a level where we don't know how to stop. But it's like each crossing is a moment of uniting duality. And the 9, as such, is left. So then I want to see what is coming from the Mother Piece Tarot. You get the 7 of Pentacles, Saturn in Taurus. And it's slightly to the right, so it's pointing at you. 7, 7. 2 times the 7. So I love when the numbers are clear and precise, and it's like mathematical precision. Pictures, beautiful. Numbers, don't lie. So 2 times the 7 and the 2 here. So understand that something is ripening in you to put that hand up, to be empowered, to hold the 2 wands, Mars in Aries. And it's like, yes, the world needs leaders, spiritual leaders, because you do cut heads off, right? Ego off. But do it lovingly. Do it with care. And so she's pregnant and melons are ripening. And she's sitting here and she's like, it's almost there. The 7, the 8, and the 9. So the 9 is coming here. And the 7. So the 9 and the 7 is the 16, Mars, right? Mars in Aries. This is where you going to focus on. Strong message. Then comes the 8th house of transformation and secrets. And the first card that comes up is the Sun of Swords in the South, Osiris. And this is Gemini. So you Odin, and Odin is of course the one that was the biggest mystic in the northern region. And he points at the rune alphabet. So you the 8th zodiac sign plus the 3rd zodiac sign is an 11. You have a portal, and you understand the portal are duality, and in between is the light that is coming down. The 11. Now what is Gemini saying? The 4 of Wands. Now the 4 of Wands is Venus in Aries, right? And so the Queen of Swords had the 2 of Wands, which is Mars in Aries. And here we get Venus in Aries. The 11 and the 4. The 4th of November or the 11th of April could be a date. So you get the communication to celebrate, to enjoy with others, to build the tent with the 4 wands and celebrate together whatever we want to celebrate. Birthdays, marriage, life, a child, and even a death. Because Scorpio is death. And death shouldn't be sad. Death is a portal, is the 11. What is coming from the Mother Piece Tarot? We get the Devil facing down, Capricorn. And the Devil facing down is saying, well, now this is the end of the Patriarch that has ruled us, because Pluto was in Capricorn for 15 years. Now Pluto is in Aquarius for 20 years. And you see that the numbers are strong. And you see here that the 4th of November or the 11th of April. And now here we get the 15, which then when we calculate together, we get the 6. The 6 and the 4 is the 10. The 10 is always a new beginning. We have the 1, 1, 1 and the 0, the foolish awakening into self-empowerment through enjoying, through communicating, and through being spiritually connected. Spiritually connected. I mean, it's always like interesting how the cards are so clear once you are clear with what they want to say. What is Capricorn saying? And you get the 10 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. So here you see a whole storyboard at 10 and 11 and the 10 of Pentacles, which is a lot of money, inheritance, family, but also having a lot of money. And because the Devil is pointing down, it's literally saying, yeah, here is something that's coming down from the Patriarch, coming down into the 10, into Virgo, which is the Hermit, right? If you're the mix. And you should look at the reading before, if you from the 12th of September to the 23rd of September, right? So understand that here is the love of two people that create something together. Two people, the crossing is important. To create something together so that we can enjoy, that we can celebrate. And because the devil is facing down, there's a celebration happening with a family, with a spiritual connection that is empowering all the people that are there. Because this is the work facing down. It's coming down. Spirit is saying, yes, it's coming down. This has ended over the money, this influence, right? The deals that we make with the devil, we heard about them, right? They're not always fun. The Empress, Venus, is getting temperance. Sagittarius, finding your center between the golden and the silver cup, the guardian angel. The 3 and the 14 is the 17. It's Aquarius, the star. How can I become a star? When I am the guardian angel of duality, of the flow, of the receiving and the giving. What is Sagittarius saying? The 3 of Arrows is coming. And the 3 of Arrows is always that moment where people are like, oh, it's a relationship. It's Saturn in Libra. So Saturn, which is in Aries right now, but Saturn in Libra is this constellation. It's a world pain. It's you feel that you're grieving for so many people that are suffering right now. The 17 and the 3 is the 20. That's Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius, the 17. And so you understand, right? Again, the numbers are so precise, so clear, and letting you know that we need to learn to become like the native Indians, seeing that this arrow is going into the heart of the buffalo. And it's something that we have to heal deeply within us, the connection to the planet, to the world, to Saturn. And Saturn is always the world. So the 20 is left here. Now, what is coming from your deck? So I'm going to put this down. What is coming from your deck? The Magician. 14 plus 1 is 15. 15 and 3 is 18. That's the moon. The moon, which is in your sign, saying, hey, have the courage to be the magician, to be Mercury, ruled, guided, communication, and the 15 plus the 3, the 18, the moon will show you the path. Out of the 18, right, we get with the 3, the 21. And you understand, the world is talking that we need to become the guardian angel that is empowered. You see the 8, you see the Caduceus, he's empowered through the 4 elements, he's the 5th element. And here we have a 5. The 5 and the 1 is a 6. The 6 and the 3 is the 9. The 9 plus the 3 is the 12. And the 12 can also be Neptune, the Hanged Man, or the 12 zodiac signs, or 12 is also Pisces, the sign of the fish, the sign of love, the sign of Jesus, the sign of the messenger. What is coming from the Magician's deck? The Seer. Then we understand that spiritual growth is something that we see deep within, the possibility to be an inspiration, to be a guardian angel, to be an empress, the empress that is so clearly connected to the spiritual signs, to the inspiration, intuition. And you understand that here is a 9. And it's all clear, right? The 3 is left and the 9. That's again the 12. The 12 is the 3. So the Empress is going through all this transformation. She's seeing this. Out of this, she's seeing this. I'm just going to put this here. She's going through this. Then she sees how painful the world is out there. The 14 and the 3. We understand also here the 17, the 33, mastery. The 1 and the 9, the 10, a new cycle. In being magic, in being the seer, and being with the indigenous tribes. Wow, so beautiful. I love what I do. And it's clear, right? It's like stories, beautiful stories. I can tell beautiful stories. I hope your story fits in here. If not, create your own. Then the moon. The moon is bringing you the jeweled web. And the jeweled web is the web that we're in. And here we have the connectivity. We know that we connected through the internet. And just recently, I saw a beautiful video where we have to understand if we use this web, we connect with people that we never thought before we would be able to connect. You had to travel far. There were no airplanes, right? Or even when we had airplanes, we didn't really connect yet through the newspapers only, the local newspapers. And now it's like we get information from anywhere. And this is the connection that we need to go deeper into the spiritual tribe that we are. And then comes the Age of Cups. And this is the card that came last time as well. And this is Saturn in Pisces. And Saturn in Pisces was the world, right? Was in Pisces. And in that time, we started feeling constantly, I need to go to a better place. I need to evolve. I need to go to a place where I even feel more of beautiful things are happening. And that's what we learned through this web. So the 5. And here the 8 is the 13. And that's death. That's again then Scorpio. And the 13 turns into a 4, the 4, and here the 9 is saying, well, understand that the 9 and the 4 is again the 13 and the 4 is left in the end. And 4 is the Emperor. 4 is also the 4 of Wands. To enjoy what you have created. What is it that you have created? And so here you are, connecting on a very deep level to the fact that sometimes we gotta leave. Things are good, but sometimes we even need to leave the web. Otherwise it draws us into a place that we maybe don't want to go. So understand that something is moving, something is shifting, something is saying moving on is good. The Sun, which is in Gemini, is bringing you the atoms, the building block of all life. 19, the 10, and here the 40 is the 50. So the 5 is coming up here through Sagittarius, the guardian angel. The 5 is here in the 15 through the devil. The 5 is in the 45 through the seer. And we have the 5 in the web, the jeweled web, the 23. Now here with the Roman numbers we have a 5 as well, and 3 ones. And we understand the 5 plus the 0 is be crazy enough to change something in your life. Whatever it is, change it. Yes, you're grounded. Yes, you have the atoms. Yes, you standing on land, but she's standing on water. Understand that a shift is coming. What is Gemini saying? the King of Pentacles, which is the Pope that came last time. The Hierophant came. And now we have Taurus as a court card, the number 2. The 5 and the 2 is the 7, and that's the emotional intelligence that we have when we access the spiritual perspective of life. And he's looking at the coin, and he's looking that everything is made of atoms. He's literally looking at all of this. And he's seeing the truth. He's seeing something is shifting. Right? The 50 and the 2 is the 52. So that's the 7. What is coming from Taurus? You get the pages of water and cups, and this is of course Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Now Scorpio, here we had Oda. Maybe you who are born in that time, this is you as a young person, and here you are bringing the love to the people. It's really important that we understand the young generation are different. They don't want what we have built. They want to build their own world, and through the banks and institutions, through Taurus, we can build a new world. So the 7 plus the 3 is the 10. At the 10, again, a new cycle is beginning here through the Sun, through Gemini, coming at you. Now the last station here, the universe. We see the 2 of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. We had 7 Pentacles, then we had 10 Pentacles, that's 17 Pentacles by the way, and 17 Pentacles plus 2 are 19 Pentacles, and that's the Sun. And the Sun in Gemini said everything is built, yes, everything is built on Taurus. Taurus is in here in the world. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. And we understand that the world is shifting, that we are juggling with the money. 19 coins can become a 10, and the 10 is a lot of money is being played in the world. A lot of action is happening, and we don't know what's really happening behind it. So always watch and feel how that feels to you. Do you feel like, oh, I don't feel this is right? Or do you feel like, yeah, this is honest? Someone is talking honest. 21 plus 2, 23. And that's the opposite number of 32. What is coming through Aries, because Saturn is in Aries, the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is here. The Pages of Cups, the young generation. So we have Oda, the King of Cups, and we have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is going to have significance when the Sun is in Cancer. And she's the 4th zodiac sign. So the 23 plus the 4 is the 27. The 27 turns into a 9. And again, the Hermit is talking. The completion is talking. Understand that everything comes and goes, and that we need to juggle. But we know that we become a healer when we understand what the world goes through, that the planets go through changes, and that this is a very old world. What is the Queen of Cups saying? She gets the Knight of Wands, and that's Sagittarius. Now here, Sagittarius, right, we had the soul aspect and the court card. So this is the pure Sagittarius as a date. And so we have the 9, and here the 9, a 9-9 portal. And you understand that we had another 9 to the 45, And we had a 9 through the 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Wands. The 9 is the completion of the hermit, of the one who knows, of the one who learns and understands that right now the world is trying to heal itself. The 2 and the 4 is the 6, the self-love, the 6 and the 9 is the 15. Capricorn, the devil is reverse. 15 is the 6 and the 3 is the 9. So the 9 is left. You understand more and more that whatever we're experiencing, it's part of a bigger picture. It's a chain. It's a circle. The 0 is in here. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 circles. That's the 12 zodiac signs. The fixed signs in the corner. We're part of a bigger picture, so understand that. And don't be pushed into places that you're not ready to be pushed. But I think you get it. I think you understand on a really deep level how much we are connected, how much we also are hurt, how much we want to celebrate, and how much we are wanting to use money for a good cause, how much we want to be a seer, a spiritual aspect, the magician. I mean, it's such a beautiful combination of so many things. Like we are taking actions, we want to form the world, and we are ready to be giving birth to a new perspective. We're moving on because we realize the old is not working for us anymore. The young generation is helping us, and even Taurus is helping us. And we have what we need. And Gemini has come too. The communication is here. We will talk about it. And we will look back and we will be like, wow. When we're young, we're like naive, right? A little bit, because we don't know. But when we get older, we start connecting the dots. And when you connect the dots, you see the jewelry, you see the unity in all of these different type of people that are forming a whole. Wow, it's so beautiful. I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Cancer. So big healing is coming. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.